Welcome to the show. Now, finally, President Muhammadu Buhari has once again broken the silence over the crisis rocking the national leadership of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Buhari, after reviewing the crisis in the party, says Malabuni should be allowed to continue as the interim national chairman of the party. In a two-page letter personally signed by the president and addressed to Governor Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State, who is also the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, he pointed out that the multiplicity of cases currently rocking the party has the prospect of invalidating the activities and actions of the party before the Independent National Electoral Commission. According to President Buhari, the leadership of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee should immediately return to the status quo. Well, as the date for the convention draws nearer, aspirants are picking up forms for leadership positions. What is most intriguing is that some party members seeking positions have chosen to ignore the zoning arrangements of the APC. Former Zamfara State Governor Abdulaziz Yari, a member from the Northwest, for example, has indicated interest in a position left to the North Central by the national leadership of the party. What do other aspirants think? How fast can the APC resolve its problems ahead of the convention? I'm being joined now by a chairmanship aspirant of the ruling All Progressives Congress. He's also a senator representing Niger State, particularly Niger East in the Ninth Senate. He says his vision is to take Nigeria back to its glory days, and I'm glad to have Senator Mohammed Sani Musa joining me here in the studio. So glad to have you here. And we have seen you purchasing your form for 20 million naira. I mean, let's start from there. Don't you think that's too expensive for that party member? They are the younger ones who want to compete with you, people like you, and they say this cost is just too prohibitive for them.
Thank you, Somna. I actually believe that as a national party and as a governing party, which is one of the largest in Africa, or the largest, I can say, the largest in Africa, in terms of our democracy is evolving now. The price of 20 million naira for the form to express your intention to run for the office of national chairmanship in a country like Nigeria, I believe it's a bit on the high side, but attaching the importance of that office also require that whoever that wants to be in that office must have been well prepared to be able to afford whatever conditions, such as the fee, to be able to get the forms and then buy for that election. If not, you will see that the space will be too open, and then the number of people that will come in, the serious ones, unserious ones, everyone can just and then it will create some kind of anomaly. But all the same, I feel as we're evolving, things will get much better.
Okay, interesting indeed. Now, let's talk about the intervention of the president. I mean, your party was having this leadership crisis here and there. You are an aspirant for the office of national chairman, knowing how important the position of national chairman is, especially as we are running close to party primaries to prepare candidates for 2023. Do you think that this intervention is one that should have been done by the president, or is the party leaders that are failing the president, which has then necessitated the president's intervention?
This is a very delicate question for me as someone running for the office of national chairman, but this shows that there are challenges, and if I get to the office, how will I be able to face such challenges? Exactly. The question you asked, yes, it's a direct question, and I believe that Mr. President have done the right thing by intervening. How and when, that's another thing. This issue, this crisis was showing its face when we started postponing the convention. And I thought the leadership of the party will have really considered that, look, this party can implode. And what they're supposed to have done earlier than now is to stick to a kind of timetable. And that timetable will have helped to aggregate whatever diverse differences we have. But all the same, the party is going to overcome this and will come out very strongly. Mr. President has spoken, and he said he wants to see unity in the party. If this party does not have cohesion, there is no way we'll be able to face the challenges that are coming with the general election. But I believe that we are going to overcome it shortly. I can see the leadership now have been very proactive, and I'm sure that APC is going to be very strong after all this crisis, and we come out strongly to the election period and we win elections.
Are you confident of the processes that have been put in place by especially your governor, Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, who was holding forth for Mamala Buni, as we've been told, and Buni right now coming back to this? Are you satisfied with all these processes that they will give you the right conditions to emerge as a national chairman, to contest with others, and hopefully maybe you emerge?
I'm very satisfied that what we have done now in the party, we're taking it in the right direction. When the chairman of the caretaker took a leave to go for medicals, he transmitted powers and authority to my governor to act. And since then he started acting. The committees were formed, they were inaugurated, the state chairmen were sworn in. So I believe that we've taken the right course. And the timetable, they've designed the timetable, the program for the convention, which, it's in the public galore, and I believe that with what has been done, it shows that, yes, we are really getting ready for the... but this schism coming, it's normal in a political setup, especially build up to a national convention of the strongest and the biggest political party in Africa. You should expect this.
Very interesting indeed. Now, one of the decisions taken by Abubakar Sani Bello while he was acting is the release of the zoning formula for party offices. We are surprised to see an Abdulaziz Yari from North West coming to purchase the form for the national chairmanship of the party, which has been preserved exclusively for the North Central, where you come from, where the likes of Senator George Akume also comes from, Abdullah Adamu, and other aspirants.
Yeah, there are two.
What's your take on this?
There are two fundamental issues here. One, the supremacy of the party, vis-a-vis the loyalty that ones give to the party. And two, it's not constitutional. Zoning is never constitutional. It's just a treaty, gentleman agreement. So, but if you are loyal to the party and you believe in the leadership of the party that what they have done is in the right direction, I don't think it's too much to agree to go with whatever zoning formula that the leadership decides to come up with. And I believe that it's not even enough, because at the National Convention that will be ratified. So this issue of zoning is at least to give every part of the country a sense of belonging. And that is what our party is all about, to be sure that we spread everywhere. Let every part of this country be part of whatever policy, whatever running that we'll be doing in this in the administration of the party. And that is why the zoning is being adopted. You can see in the other party they are still battling, so you can see it's not peculiar to APC.
Yeah, it's a Nigerian political problem actually.
Yes.
Now, these are some of the issues you will be facing as a national chairman if you are to emerge in the APC within that position. If you are the national chairman of the party and you have people like this going against the zoning formula or policy of the party, what will you do in that capacity, especially as the primaries for all positions in the country will be coming up immediately after the national convention? So if you emerge as a national chairman, how will you handle this kind of a situation?
Yeah, one thing about me, the best thing I enjoy more is when there are challenges. I appreciate challenges, and I articulate myself to make sure that I face those challenges. First and foremost is that in a political setup, even in your own home, you have crisis, especially if you have too many children in your house, your own children, you still have issues. Then you're talking about political party where people come from every part of this country. The diversification that can ginger me to make me more stronger.
So will you sanction an errant party member who violates the zoning policy, for example?
If it is against a treaty that has been agreed upon, that means you breached what we all have agreed, even if it's a gentleman agreement. I will not sanction you, but I will put it to you that even if you do it, as far as we have agreed, it's a nullity. And if you challenge it in court, you can have your way, but that means the loyalty you're talking about to the party is not there.
And how can you make more APC members to be loyal to the party in this kind of instance?
I mean, in the first instance, before you even subscribe to be a member, you must have agreed with the terms of being a member of the party. We have a constitution. We have method of how we can discipline errant members. So we go by the books. And that is the most important thing to do. It's not about me or you. It's about the system. Once we institutionalize it, and we believe that we are being guided by it, so every member that should come in to buy for anything will also have to agree with the terms and agreement and with the terms that have been laid down by the party.
And how will you manage the Progressive Governors Forum? Because a lot of division actually starts from that very big institution within the APC.
You see, right from the beginning of every leader, it depends on how you adopt your leadership. If you subscribe to carrying your cap in hand for personal interest, for those things that will be just personal benefits to you, against the office you are occupying, then the beginning of the problem will start. But a situation where you adapt yourself to the system, what are those systems? What are those regulations? What are those ethics? What is the code of conduct of that office? If you go with it, definitely you come out, you as the leader, very strong, and whoever that will come will know that you have a pattern. Yeah, not only in Nigeria or not in APC, in every other political party. You've seen what is happening in those days in PDP. It is a party of who you know. But if you're a leader and you make your party a strong party that everyone has a say in it, you make sure that participation, you build confidence in people from your kind of leadership that you deliver.
Through the decision making.
Exactly.
Very interesting indeed. Well, we'll just have to go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. I would like to talk about how several senators like you are coming out to seek this national chairmanship position. Stay with us as we continue with the conversation. Welcome back to the Arise interview. I'm Somna Sambo, and we've been discussing the APC National Convention, aspirants who are already beginning their campaigns, picking up forms for several offices, and I have one of them here, Senator Mohammed Sani Musa, who's the chairmanship aspirant for the ruling All Progressives Congress. He's also the senator representing Niger East in the 9th Senate. And Senator, let's talk about what makes you unique. What stands you out in the midst of several persons that are seeking this position?
Interesting. What makes me unique? I'm responsive. And I feel that to be a leader of APC, you must come with a new. Democracy in Nigeria is evolving. We have a foundation that is very strong now, getting stronger. All we need is to make the pillars also very strong, so that they will be able to carry the top. That is, those that we will elect, and we'll be able to groom them But you can't do it except if you have a vision. I'm very visionary, and I believe that I can be adaptive. I'm very prosperous to accepting a participatory kind of style in a work style, that everyone will have that sense of belonging. And in so doing, we'll be able to set a vision for ourselves, and a vision not only for the party, but for the country.
Tell us some of the reforms you hope to introduce in the APC that will make it a formidable party that can win the 2023 general election.
Some of these reforms goes to do with my 3 cardinal R's, which is first and foremost reconciliation. We have to reconcile. We have to, I spoke about being cohesive. We have to be very cohesive. We have to reconcile ourselves. We have a lot of differences from ward level, local government level to the state. We have to get a mechanism of conflict resolution within the party. We have to design a way that we will be able to make it a sustainable method in resolving, because the constitution of the party also acts on that, and we should be able to work towards that and expand it. Then reorganize the party. How do we reorganize the party? The workforce itself. Today, if you're a ward chairman, you are just a ward chairman by name. You don't even know what are your responsibilities as a ward chairman. You have a councillor in a ward that has been elected. As a ward chairman of that councillor, because you belong to the same party, yet you don't know what are the responsibilities, what you're supposed to do to checkmate those that we have given responsibilities. What is this councillor doing within the ward? It's part of your responsibility as a party man. Because by so doing, by knowing what is actually on ground, you'll be able to sell your party. The same thing goes to the local government chairman. And then the local government party chairman should know what is happening. I want to introduce the kind of peer review mechanism in APC, whereby those states that are doing very well, even in terms of the party administration, and then the governors, how can we interchange to see how we'll be able to acquire that kind of knowledge and experiences that these people have? What I don't have in my own state, or I don't have in my own local government, and is being done in another local government run by, being governed by my party, I should be able to liaise. There should be that interaction to be able to get to know what is there, and then we take it. But when you have executives that do not even know their own responsibilities, so one, I'm going to create an avenue for town hall meetings, trainings and workshops, and we must create that code of conduct to reach the ground for them to be able to know this office is not only for you to be there when there is convention or there is congress or there are campaigns. No.
Very interesting indeed. One of the key issues in political party governance and administration in Nigeria is how to raise funds. Because of the failure of political parties to raise funds internally, the governors have been able to hijack the party system because they keep funding the parties, or you have money bags who are known as godfathers funding the parties and determining candidates. And it becomes difficult for the national chairman or state chairman to be able to be assertive because he doesn't bring money to the table. How do you intend to change the method of raising funds among members so that you don't have these external influences stopping you as a potential national chairman from discharging your duties?
And that is why I keep saying that the trajectory must change. We're in the 21st century. When an organization or an institution like APC, because I believe that we can make APC an institution, with a followership, a membership of over 42 million members. These are subscribed members. Because before you even become a member of this political party, you must be aware that you're supposed to be a financial member. There are some token you're supposed to be paying. But in this day of technology, why do I need to bother you to tell me go and bring 100 naira every month to the party? I will not do that. There are so many avenues. I will use this technology. I will use the telecoms to raise money for the party is allowed.
And how do you intend to do that?
I will go to the Lottery Commission and register. I will work with the telecoms, the telecom companies like MTN, Airtel, Glo. I will go to NCC, make sure we get the registration, that we meet all the legislation that are laid, the regulatories. We go to them, get what do we need to do, and then how do we raise this money? If you ask me, how does the Democrats, the Republicans raise funds? At every bit you open their websites, you make money for them. At every bit you come to open the website of APC, you make money for APC. The moment you click, you are making money for APC. The moment you open on your phone an advert or what have you, you make money for APC.
Very interesting.
So I can tell you that every month APC can generate money. FIRS will make money. There will be stamp duty for that. And at the same time, NCC that regulates will make money from the telecoms as well.
Very interesting innovation you're planning, and we just hope this comes to reality. As we try to round off this conversation, I would want to ask if you've been endorsed by anyone, because we've seen several candidates saying that they've been endorsed by the president and all of that. One of them is Abdullah Adamu and all of that. And then we heard some people saying that you have been endorsed by Tinubu, by the Senate President Ahmad Lawan, and by others. Has anyone endorsed you?
Endorsement is good for any aspiring candidate. I wish everyone can endorse me. But what I will tell you, is that we have a president that is very democratic now, very, very democratic. And he believes that this political party should belong to the people. And that is the more reason why even the coming of the caretaker committee was on the basis of evolving the party from the grassroots to the top. So what I believe is that this Mr. President will want to see a party that is very united, very strong. And I believe me, Mr. President will want to see a new in APC. And that I represent.
So you don't think he has endorsed anyone?
I officially, nobody have told me that he has been endorsed. Nobody has come to tell me. I read it. Of course, I have read in social media, somebody has been endorsed. I read also in the same social media, another person has been endorsed. But what I'm telling you is that the president we have in this country is a president that believes in fair play. He believes in equity and justice. And as such, he will want to see a stronger APC that is built on the basis of justice and equity. And that is where I also represent. The Senate President have not endorsed me, but I would lobby the Senate President to endorse me.
Although we saw
I will also lobby
visiting you. And so
I will also lobby all those strong stakeholders to give me their support, and I will bring a new to APC. I will make APC a dynamic party. A party that every young man in this country, today young men constitute 80%. Even when you go to check the register of APC, I will tell you, you will see young men from the age of 18 to 35 constituting 80%. And we should take this country back.
Now, one question as we try to round off is, a lot of people want to know why senators are all coming out. You are coming out, Senator Al-Makura is coming out, Senator Abdullah Adamu is coming out, and George Akume was once a senator. All of you just seem to be coming out.
You didn't call Senator Ali Modu Sharif.
Ali Modu Sharif. Well, okay.
Abdulaziz Yari will have been a senator.
Also, okay, I'm just being told that you should hold on. We'll have to go on a short break. And when we come back, you continue that conversation. You're still watching the Arise interview. When we return, the conversation continues. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Arise interview, where we speak to the newsmakers as well as ordinary people doing extraordinary things around the world and featuring the voices at the heart of the conversations. I'm Somna Sambo, and I still have with me Senator Mohammed Sani Musa, who is a frontline chairmanship aspirant for the office of National Chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress. He is also a senator representing Niger East in the Niger Senate. And Senator, we're talking about why there seems to be this huge interest by either serving senators or former senators in the position of APC national chairmanship. Is it that it has been zoned to the National Assembly, or what's going on?
That tells you that the senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have Nigeria in their hearts. They have the courage to be able to come to vie for the strongest political office in our democracy. And why is it like that? Because we believe that Nigeria as an entity needs a redirection. And for me, I believe that coming out, why will I want to be out of the Senate and being the first timer? But I believe that the quality of what I can do at the party, and then in the process of what I'm doing at the party, will be able, the multiplier effects of that will be able to make our National Assembly or our legislative sector organ more stronger and vibrant, in the sense that the political party will be grooming the kind of leaders we want to see, that will be helping in making the policies of this country more better for the common man. And I believe that is one of the cardinal things that you choose to go to the Senate to do. So if I feel I can create a better by making the platform that brings these people to the Senate, or bring these people, I want to see a robust debate. I want to see legislations that are coming out from our National Assembly meets standards like any other democracy in the world.
Interesting. So you hope to have a fusion of the party leadership, you know, aligning with the National Assembly if you become the national chairman.
Exactly.
Some people want to say, what experience are you bringing to the table?
It's not about experience. If I have been a successful businessman for 33 good years, and I have held public offices, I've been a special advisor to a governor on infrastructure investment. I've been a director in so many companies. If I've been able to run such enterprises successfully, from a 6-digit to more than 12 digits, then you should know that, yes, the capacity and the capability is there. Experience is not about number of years. It's about the intellect and the capacity you'll be able to bring. What new are you going to bring? The antidote to any weakness is somebody who is being able to face challenges and make the best out of those challenges. A country like Nigeria, with our diversity, with the multiple problems that we're having, it requires a kind of leadership that can be very decisive, that can be understanding, that can understand what is happening offshore, not only here.
Yeah, and I want to ask, what sort of vision do you have for the APC if you eventually emerge as national chairman? Some people have said that Nigerian political parties have failed to rise up to the challenges of knowing that our country holds a very critical position on the continent. And so when political parties come up as ruling parties, they do not think just beyond holding power in Nigeria. Unlike the African National Congress in, for example, in South Africa, and then you go on to other countries like Tunisia, like Egypt, and all of that, you've seen stronger political parties that have lasted for a longer period of years, having broad agenda, thinking critically or producing leadership over a long stretch of time. What sort of APC do you hope to foresee?
If you look at Nigerian's history, we started with regional government kind of government, unitary form of government, and now we decide to take on democracy. We borrow democracy from the United States, and we're trying to do the kind of system, the presidential system they adopt. A country like Nigeria, what we need, if I'm coming in as national chairman, I'm bringing in a model of a political platform that equates itself with what is happening in the United States. Look at after Soeharto in Indonesia, look at the reforms they bring to their political system. And that's the kind of system we should bring. The political parties should be the platforms where policy formulations are made. When you like if you're a political party, you believe in social welfareism, what are those things that you're bringing? APC today is one party that has invented some social welfareism incentives for its people. We have the like the trader money, the loans, the small scale industry, and the rest of it,
which the PDP has criticized as being ineffective, saying that APC has failed with those things, and saying that there's a lot of corruption in that system.
PDP cannot say that. I don't want to talk about PDP here because
they are the major opposition.
No, but they are not even performing as an opposition. They are still very weak, and I'm sure because they are weak, they make even us to be very relaxed. They're not putting us on our toes. It's not about when you want to go to opposition. It's not about being personal. It's not about being one governor shouting every day on. It's not about him. It's about the system. It's about the institution.
Very quickly before I let you go, there's this issue of APC being unable to hold its national convention at the moment, and yet the party primaries are supposed to start April 4th. Where will be that time even for a national chairman that emerges to be able to handle all these issues?
It's a continuum. We have a caretaker committee that has been working. INEC have released timetable. The caretaker committee has worked seriously. We have been able to meet all the things that the party is supposed to have submitted to INEC, even build up to what you are talking about, has been done. Whoever the leader that will come is just to continue what the caretaker has done.
And you're optimistic it will be you?
I am very optimistic it will be me.
Very interesting.
Yes.
We must thank you so much.
Thank
Senator
you.
Mohammed Sani Musa, representing Niger East, is one of the federal lawmakers, especially senators that are seeking the position of national chairman in the APC. And he's joined us to take a look at all the issues surrounding APC and, of course, his aspiration for the national chairmanship. We must thank you for being on the show.